Okay, let's not mess this up again. Okay, pick up the treasure chest. That's why you came out there. Oh boy. I'm sorry about that, folks. That was just... yeah. But anyways, we got another treasure chart. So we have completed half of the reefs already. We've got 3 more to complete, and then we'll be done with the treasure charts there. And then I will do one more thing, and then I think I'll call it an episode on a recording session, because I think this will be about 2 episodes. So, anyways, let's go and get to our next destination, which is directly east at Cyclops Reef, and then we'll do one right across from that at Six Eye Reef. So let's go ahead and go east here. We could just warp, but it's right there. Yeah, there is actually one other thing that we can do because we have the mirror shield, and I just now remembered about it, even though it's really not that important at the moment because, well, things. we can do it. I just don't really want to. I mean, what am I talking about? I don't even know where I'm going with this. I want to go do it because we have the mirror shield, and it's not that important because all it is money. That's all. I'll guarantee and tell you that's all it is money. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up anyways because I'm going to need money eventually. Because to be perfectly honest, I will tell you one thing that's different than the standard version. It's not as expensive to beat the game. You need to have at least like 3,000 rupees in the standard version to beat the game. You want to know why? Because you're spending money on the charts. I'll get into more detail when we get to that point later, but you're going to be spending about 3,000 rupees on charts. Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous, but that's why we get a lot of money. In the HD version, they kind of lessened it a little bit because they realized how annoying it is, but we'll get into that more detail about that later. But anyways, we're here at Cyclops Reef. Let's go ahead and blow ourselves up. What the heck? Ow. Okay, well, like, no. I think a sea hat just got bombed. Come on. Waves. There. Okay, I was gonna say. My gosh, I was missing. But, like, I think one of the sea hats actually just got bombed. That was pretty funny. If I do say so myself. Let's go ahead and bomb this guy. Kind of running low on hearts. See why I told you that this is kind of dangerous? Because the cannons do a lot of damage to you. It's really ridiculous when you really think about it. The cannons do, like, so much damage. That's why it's, like, best to do this when you have a lot of hearts. Let's blow you up. I think that might be it. Nope. There's more. Blow this one up. Morning is breaking in the land of the Great Sea. But now we have destroyed all the cannons. The treasure chest up here is at the top of Cyclops Reef. So let's go ahead and reclaim that treasure. I think in my last practice run, when I first got this game, I did this after I beat the Wind Temple. After I beat the last dungeon. And honestly, it's just, I figured it was easier to do it now because I kind of want after I beat the last dungeon to go kind of really smoothly. Like it did, but I don't know. Now, where's the highest point? The highest point is all the way at the end again. So we're going to go ahead and travel over there. While missing 4 hearts later. Now, I am playing this game again. I'm playing it on hero mode, and that's something I will mention that isn't in the standard version, is the concept of hero mode. Hero mode was introduced in Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, the newest Zelda that came out on the Wii. Now, hero mode, what it does is simply, it's hard mode. Like, one thing I will tell you is you don't get recovery hearts like this in hero mode. And another thing is, all the damage you receive is doubled. Now, that is a challenge. I will say that right now. Especially whenever you don't, like, aren't the greatest at Zelda. I will make a a bit of a statement right now. I'm not the greatest at this game. I will never admit that I am the greatest at this game. I will never congrue that I'm good at this game. I love this game. I'm just not the greatest at it. I will say that right now. So, if I have poor Zelda skills, yeah, that's the reason why. Anyways, let's go ahead and change the wind here. Now that I've already had that kind of little talk about hero mode. Didn't really get a chance to talk about that. Let's go ahead and change it to west. And let's go ahead and Deku it up. Go into the gigantic middle eye. And you guys probably understand why it's called Cyclops Reef. Because it's literally one eye. And Cyclops are kind of have one eye and everything. Yeah, you get it. You get it. You get it. It's a play on words. But we got another treasure chart. So now we have 4 reefs down. Let's go ahead and finish up the last 2. And that boat is smoking. He's smoking some stuff. Now, I'll say one thing, though, when you do warp. If you do try to warp to Mother and Child Isles, you'll always end up in Mother and Child Isles. You won't go outside of it. So, there's really no point. Actually need to go east again. Did he hit himself? I think he did hit himself. That's weird. I don't understand how these enemies end up hitting themselves with bombs, but yeah, that's just odd when you really come to think about it. Now we're heading over to Six Eye Reef. If you guys remember when we were here, there was a sub here that had a piece of heart. You had to kill 3 moblins, if I remember correctly. You had to kill 3 moblins to get a piece of heart here, and I gotta actually remember where Nah, I don't have to remember where these guys are. Those are Octoroks. Those are practically the enemy with the perfect attendance award. They have been in every Zelda game to date. Not all enemies have been in Zelda games, but Octoroks, perfect attendance award. They have been in every Zelda game. Octoroks are kind of different in this game. They're kind of octopuses, and they shoot bombs. I know they kind of always shot bombs, but this is Six Eye Reef. As you guys can tell, much mayhem is here, because there's so many cannons. Let's go ahead and take out these wall cannons here. And there's boats here that... Oh, I missed. There. Now you're gone. Stupid boat. Now where's the other... There's another boat here. Let's go ahead and shoot it. Come on. Ow. You're not a nice person, you know. Now where are the other wall cannons? Over here. Okay. Now where's the other one? Over there. I'm gonna blow you up, Mr. Cannon. There we go. The other one must be on the other side, because everything has to be asymmetrical. It all has to be even on one side. On both sides, I should say. But there we go. We've destroyed all the cannons here, so let's go ahead and reclaim this treasure at Six Eye Reef. Okay, so now that's going to be the highest ledge. I can already guarantee... Wait. I think there's a treasure chest here treasure chart here. Let's go ahead and pick it up. I'm just curious. I think this might be a treasure chart. Treasure. I don't think it's just a simple Ring of Light one. Yeah, it was a treasure chart one. So there's 200 rupees at Six Eye Reef, in case you're needing it. One of your treasure charts does lead here. So there you go. There's 200 rupees more. I will go be picking up all the treasure at the end of the game. So like all the remaining treasure chart treasures, I will be going and getting. So don't you worry about it, a little thing. Everything's gonna be alright. So let's go up to this ledge up here. Don't jump off. I've had the tendency to fall off when I don't need it. Let's go ahead and change the wind direction. I'm going to change it north. And then Deku Leaf. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this treasure chest. Inside is another treasure chest. So we have one more reef to take care of to get another treasure chest. And then I will do that one thing with a mirror shield, and then we'll call it an episode. So let's go ahead and return back to the King of Red Lions. Our next destination is Four Eye Reef. We've done 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 reef. 6 Eye Reef. Our next destination is 4 Eye Reef, which is over here. So the closest one, the closest place that's close by would probably be Greyfish. I know it's really hard, it's really easy to say Mother and Child Isles, but I keep telling you guys right now, don't do it. Actually, Tingle Island might be a little bit closer. Well, let's go to Tingle Island. Let's go to Tingle Isle. Okay. So now, where we need to head up, and there is another treasure. Let's go ahead and grab that treasure. Alright. So the treasure at Tingle Island, I can guarantee you it's rupees. So let's go ahead and look. Yep, 200 rupees. So we got another 200 rupees. So we're making bank right now. Okay, so our 4 Eye Reef is up here. We want to... I'm heading in the right direction. Okay, so let's go ahead and change the wind direction this way. And deal with more sharks. If you need a picture of Gyrorgs, the sharks, come to Tingle Island. I can guarantee you tell you that there are sharks there. So, if you're really needing, like, if you're doing the figurine quest along with me, instead of waiting until the end of the game for all the figurines, do the Gyrorgs. Then. So now, let's head over. We're heading past Mother and Child Isles. We're heading to our last reef, which is 4 Eye Reef. Now, I will open that treasure chart while I'm thinking about it. Because I didn't open it. I've had a bad tendency to not open it. And it's really kicked me in the butt in this LP already. Go ahead and open this one. That one's at Cyclops. Oh, wait a second. That's right. I remember that one. That one's a weird one. Okay, Cyclops Reef. The treasure chart that leads to Cyclops... Or the treasure chart that is at Cyclops leads to Cyclops. So the treasure in the treasure chart leads to a treasure in that sector. It's weird. It's the only island that does that. It's so weird. I should have grabbed it when we had the chance to, but like I said before, I will be doing a mop-up towards the end of the LP, showing where all the remaining treasure that I haven't shown off yet, I'll be grabbing it. So that'll be towards the end, right before we do the Triforce stuff. And there's another treasure inside 4 Eye Reef, and there's bombs, and there's yellow rupee to be grabbed. Let's turn on around. Let's go inside the reef here. Now there is a boat here. Well, good thing to blow up your own dude here. Actually, that's doing damage to me. Wow. Ow! Holy cow. Dude. Man. You're really not taking no for a prisoner. Jeez. Ow. Of course, I'm being a dunce and just standing right in the middle of all that. Wow, I think that's the most damage I've taken so far. Holy crap. Okay. What I'm going to actually do right now, let me go look at my treasure. That one's not opened either? Okay, there we go. Now we opened it. Alright, so we're close to the treasure. Let's go ahead and grab it before we grab that last treasure chest. Okay. Let's grab it. Okay, fine. Need to be a little bit old. Okay, fine. Alright, let's try it again. There we go, we got the treasure this time. Let's see what's inside. Inside is the Great Fairy Chart. This is a chart that I mentioned before, that not all the treasure charts that lead to treasure are always pieces of hearts or rupees. Some of them are charts. This isn't a case of one of them being that way. This is the Great Fairy chart. Now you can find where the Great Fairies and the Fairy Queen are. Too bad we've already done that. We've already done all the fairy stuff already in this LP. So that chart is practically useless at this point. It shows you the location of all the fairy islands. That's all it really does. And it shows you where to find the Great Fairy. That'll give you the fire and ice arrows, which we don't really need at this point because we already got it. So let's go ahead and break these open here. One hearts, because I'm kind of hurting. Okay, I guess not. Now the highest point is right over there. So on the end there. So let's go ahead and circle around this reef here. Kill these things. More rupees. More money. Alright. Do a lap around. Lap around Four Eye Reef. This barrel? Have a barrel of fun. I know that's a play on words, and I really stink at that. Keep on going this way. I know commentary is so dead because I'm just simply going around on a lap around Four Eye Reef here. Okay, so now we're at the highest point. I do believe this has to be the highest point. No. I almost forgot how. I almost derped. I almost forgot how to play the Wind's Requiem. How many times have I played this? Almost forgot. Let's go over here. Okay. Let's see what's inside. Alright. And inside is our last treasure chart at this reef. So now we have reclaimed all the treasure charts at all the reefs. So we're done with all the reefs. And a victory jump slash into the water. And while we're at it, I'm going to do one last thing. We are going to head over back to Angular Isles. If you guys remember Angular Isles, when we went there, there was the island itself was a bunch of blocks, and it had a piece of heart at the top of it. And there was a piece of heart in that sector from a treasure chart. Well, there was more to that island. Now that we have the mirror shield, we can actually is that south? Yeah, that's south. Okay, good. So we're heading south. So now, I think it's south. No, that's boarding course. I need to head. Turn it around. Go this way. There we go. Alright, if you guys remember, there was something I told you there was more that we could do at this island. Well, now that we have the mirror shield, we can go ahead and do so. I will go ahead and do that before we call it an episode. I know there was a lot of stuff we had to do, like the silly reefs. When you really think about it, you don't have to do it, but if you want all the treasure charts, you're going to have to do the reefs. You're going to have to do all the reefs. Which I do plan on getting all the treasure charts because, well, like I said before, millions of times, this is 100% Let's Play, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We're just going to head back to Angular Isles because there is more stuff that we can do. I want to show off all the secret caves and stuff like that I can. So when we head back into Angular Isles, sharks everywhere. Actually, one of my viewers actually mentioned, he posted a picture on Twitter. It showed a picture of like the Gyroids. He's like, oh my gosh, it's a horde of shiny Sharpedo. And if you guys ever played Pokemon, then you know that that Sharpedos are in fact pink when they're shiny. So it's really funny when you really think about it. But when we're here at Angular Isles, we gotta climb this thing again. Let's go ahead and do so here. There is, in fact, a block over there. You guys can probably see where the tree is at. We have two methods of coming over there with a Deku Leaf, or another item that we'll be getting in the Wind Temple. Well, I want to do it now because, well, I have access. If I just remembered it, and I'll forget it after we get the item in the Wind Temple. Hello, Blue Choo Choo. How are you? Give me your yellow rupee. Let's go ahead and change the wind. Let's change it to east. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and fly over here. Now, you could have done this a while, but inside the hole is a puzzle that has something that requires with the mirror shield. So we needed the mirror shield in order to get it. So what we're going to do here is simply, this is a block puzzle, as stated. We're going to have to go over here and push this all the way over this way. Go ahead and get in here. Push. Push one more time. No. No. Let go. Push. Push. Push, push, shove, shove. Let's go ahead and climb up this way. You want to pull these, actually, if I remember correctly, you have to have this out just ever so slightly. And then pull it up like this. You're going to have to make like a stairwell with these blocks. And then make them drop like this. Then you pull this one out halfway. And then you can climb all the way to the top here. You have to make like a makeshift stairwell here. Now, with your mirror shield, and this is why I said you need your mirror shield, you want to shine at the treasure chest that's right there. I can get it. There we go. Now the treasure chest is actually real now. So let's go ahead and fly over here with a Deku Leaf. Alright. I landed on top of the treasure chest, but inside is a silver rupee, so it's worth 200 rupees, like always. That was the main thing here that you could do with the mirror shield, and I wanted to show it off since we had the mirror shield. But that was it. So, what I'm going to be doing is actually, I want to jump in the boat real quick, and we are going to warp to one more island, and I'm going to call it an episode. So let's go ahead and warp. We're going to warp back to Greyfish Island. I'll get in more detail about that later. But as of right now, I'm going to call it an episode. So in the next episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, we are going to start on one of the most infamous missions, one of two infamous side quests in this game. The trading side quest. So I'll see you guys in the next episode.